Hi, in this session I'll cover how to separate last and first names. Sometimes you may have a list of names or other things that are kind of just separated by commas or semicolons. In our case, we have a last and first names that's separated by a comma. And you may want those in separate columns, like you want the last name in column B and the first name in column C. Well, there's two ways I'll show you how to do this. One is with the text to columns feature, and the other one is with some esoteric functions. So first, the text to columns feature. Really, this is actually a very super duper easy way to do it. You basically just select the column, and in the data tab, go to the data tools and go click the text to columns. The wizard will come up and it'll ask if this is a delimited, if these values are delimited, meaning they're separated by some kind of character. In our case, it's a comma. Or is it fixed with? Maybe there's fixed tabs between them. But in our case, of course, it's separated by commas. So we'll go ahead and keep that selection, go next. And we have a preview here. We have our commas checkbox checked, and we have a preview here, and this is how it's going to separate out. And basically, this is the way that we want it. So after that, we click next. You don't have to worry about the data preview here, and we can just click finish. And basically, it's pretty much done for us. One thing that we might want to think about cleaning it up is sometimes with comma separated when the first and last names, there's a space before the first name. You can see here there's a space. If I backspace, there's a space there. And what you want to do, if this is something where you would put into another document, maybe a mail merge, you want to get rid of that space. And one thing we can do is use the trim function. So it's equal trim, and what it does is it removes all the spaces in a text except for what's between words. So basically anything before or after. So we just type trim and select that cell and close the parentheses. And now you can see that there's no space there because it has taken off. And I'll just double click the fill handle and bring it down. And I can just choose copy and go to paste special and just paste the values because we don't want to paste the formula back there. And I'll go ahead and just delete this. Whoops. I just unselect that and delete that. So that's basically the text to columns feature. Now the other way to do it is with a couple functions. And in this case, we're also looking for the characters that separate the first and last names. Of course, it would be the comma. So what we want to do is first find where it is in the cell, and we can use the find function. And we just use the find function, and it's going to ask for what text. We want to find the comma, and we want to find it within which cell. And we'll find it in that cell, and then we'll just do a close parentheses. Enter. So it tells us that the comma is in the 6th place of the cell. If we count from Smith, S, M, I, T, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's in the 6th position. And what we want to do is we want to take the last name first and put it into this column. And we can use the left function. So basically, I'll put the left function in front of the find function. So left, and I want to find within this text, and it will bring back all the number of characters. So since find found the comma at the 6th place, what it's going to do, I'll go ahead and let this one execute. Press enter. It's going to include the comma. So you don't want to include the comma there. You just want to basically make it disappear. So what we want to do is we want to move back one. So we'll go find -1. And so that will give us Smith. So I'll go ahead and double click this fill handle and drop that down. Now we've got all our last names here. Maybe we want to bring it up back here. Okay, bring that fill handle back here so it'll also copy that cell. So basically what I've done, when you double click the fill handle, you move it up and down, is you're copying the formulas up. So I'll go ahead, since this is in the same format, I'll just go ahead and start in column C. And I want to put that anything past the comma into column C, basically the first names. So the same thing here. I want to find the comma, right? I want to find the comma in that cell. Oops. I forgot to put a comma there. Find it in here, right? Of course, that's going to give, in this cell, it's the fifth place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And instead of using the left, I'm going to use the mid function. So mid starts off at the middle of a text string, how many places that you want it to start. So mid, open parentheses, in this text, comma, where do you want to start? See how this little tip tells you where you want to start? So I want to start in, do I want to start in the fifth place where the comma starts? No, because basically that'll start you there. And you don't want that space, so you want to add 2 to it. So we'll go plus 2, because that's where the first character of the first name will show up. All right, and then we hit press enter. Whoops, we needed to we needed to indicate how many characters we want. So from mid says, okay, start at the find, which is 5 plus 2 now, and how many characters do we want to bring back? So hopefully no name is more than 50 characters, so I'll just kind of put 50. You can put, if you've got other types of text that are maybe more than 50, you can put 100 or 200. Just be aware that in Excel the maximum amount of characters allowed in a cell is a little over 32,000. So just enough room, I hope. So I'll go ahead and press Control Enter to keep it in that cell. So now it picked out the first, and I can just double click this and bring it down. So that's the other way to do it with the formula. You see this is a little bit more involved, a lot more formulas that you have to put in there. I personally like the text to columns, quick and easy. But if you like to play with formulas, you can try to use the left, mid, and find functions. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching.